Understands how it's gonna work out for her when she's rude to the public. No respect for the public whatsoever. Wow. Word is I have some information that Nasty Patty quit. Which is the office. Patty's hiding behind the door now. Patty's calling the cops. Heard through the grapevine that Patty might have been quitting. Is that true? Because I don't see her name on the plaque anymore, so she's resigned as well.
Assessor's hiding behind this door right here.
She's hiding?
Well, yeah, because there's a door.
So what ended up happening there? The other assessor left?
Resigned. Yep.
Resigned, oh. What happened with that? She didn't want to remain on the job?
I don't know. I can't talk about HR stuff though.
You're kind of rude.
I'm kind of rude?
Yeah, you're really rude.
Yeah, come on.
Nasty Patty is moving on to greener pastures. Steve says she's a very talented lady, but not cut out for public service, and that's where she belongs, the private sector. Patty, out of here!
Listen, y'all, these kids want to act up in school, want to go to school and embarrass you, want to make like they ain't got no home training. So I told my son, don't go to school embarrass me no more. I take care of you, son. I give you anything you want. I discipline you. But you're gonna embarrass me like this? No, so now I'm gonna cut his hair.
Oh, I'm gonna have to ask you.
With bald hair.
Hey, do me a favor, keep away from the SWAT guys. Now I saw you were in a restricted area. Now I want your identification. You're not getting it.
Don't embarrass me. I told him, don't embarrass me, no.
Today's video is a revisit and update on a last video known as Nasty Patty losing it over a camera slamming doors. This video comes from us from Brighton, New York, where they're at a satellite location while their town hall gets remodeled. The original visit is linked in the description, but I have to say about all these public servants, every single office that I did go to was extremely great. The public servants were great, except for one office, the assessment office. But there was one office that did shine above the rest. Check this guy out. How you doing?
First Amendment Audit.
Sure thing.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Did you build all those Legos? You got a son or kid at home helping you out?
That's me.
That's all you, huh?
Yeah, that's me. That's my
That castle. That castle looks complex.
Yeah.
It's
pretty fun.
The little kid in you that never left, huh?
That's right. Well, that's what got
Did you get your permits for the? No.
Yeah. I wish it was. Yeah. No. It's got Lego got me into civil engineering. So.
Oh, is that where it started, huh?
Yep. So that was my love, and you know it's.
You got a business card?
I do. There you go.
Thank you.
You doing good?
Yeah, just checking out the remote office, I guess, before we get back to the old town hall. Huh?
Yeah. This is just.
You like it better here? Or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say it looks pretty nice here.
Yeah, everybody's got their own office, so it's pretty.
Is the other town hall smaller?
Or? No, it's just more the open concept type of thing.
Gotcha.
And this is now what was the best suited for us when we were looking.
What was in this building before you guys took over the top?
So it was it is Empire State University. They had both levels, but they didn't have enough people to fill both levels.
All right.
So when we were looking and we saw this, we asked if we could rent the second floor. So they had people up here, and they just moved down to the first floor.
Gotcha. All right, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Good luck with everything.
You got it. Now, stepping into the assessment office and the assessment side, we're about to go from the best to the worst public servants in the building.
I'm still trying to figure out.
What are you guys doing down here? Let's grab some pictures of the office. This is Patty's office. Patty's hiding behind the door now. Pretending to be on the phone, I think. I just need one. I don't need all of them.
Well,
Well, no,
you had
I
a-
put them in there.
Oh, you had a whole stack, so I didn't know if you
Oh no,
were
I got
collecting
one
the
of
whole stack.
everybody's here.
Oh,
One of
okay.
everybody's here.
Okay, thank you.
Are you the new assessor or just assistant?
No, I'm just the assistant.
The assessor is not around.
The assessor's hiding behind this door right here.
She's hiding.
Well, yeah, because there's a door right here. So.
You're kind of rude.
I'm kind of rude?
Yeah, you're really rude.
Yeah, come on.
You don't know how this works as a public servant?
I'm sorry?
You don't know how it works as a public servant? Being rude to the public? How that works with being rude?
Here, come on. You can come down to the clerk's office. Down here, please.
I'm just asking you if you know how it works when you're rude to the public, how it's going to work on camera.
Hi. What can I help you with?
Oh, I was just asking if she understands how it's going to work out for her when she's rude to the public like that, and she just wants to be even more ruder, more disrespectful attitude. I don't know. I'm gonna capture it, and she can deal with the outcome of her actions later, I guess. Wow. This lady doesn't need to work for the public whatsoever.
I don't want your job. I just wanted you to do a better job at it.
This lady here does not need to work for the public whatsoever. She has no place working for the public whatsoever. This lady needs to be unemployed absolutely soon. This is absolutely the worst behavior I've ever seen out of an employee. No respect for the public whatsoever. Wow. What a only one person in this whole town hall. Everybody out here is absolutely friendly as friendly can be. And one lady here, just absolute tyrant. Wow. That lady does not need to work for the public. Wow. Total meltdown. Down here for a little revisit at the Brighton Town Hall, secondary Town Hall station. Word is I have some information that Nasty Patty quit. So down here with Redress now today, we're gonna go ahead and see if it's true that Nasty Patty quit, and if not, we're gonna at least get to ask some assessor questions this time, hopefully without anybody flipping the hell out.
Thank you. If you can't, try to drop them off at home. It's just.
So there's other stuff in this building that isn't the town hall. The town hall is all upstairs. This thing down here is like other stuff, offices. Go try asking questions. That's Patty, right? Is that Patty?
Is it the assessor in here?
Is that Patty?
Yeah.
The bell's right there. The dinger. She's running.
Hey guys,
What are you doing?
what's going on? Or, I mean,
You
how can I
assessor?
help you? Sort of acting
Yeah.
Oh, so are you
temporarily.
the interim assessor at this
Yeah.
point? Interesting.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening there? The other assessor left?
Resigned. Yep.
Resigned, oh.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
What happened with that? She didn't want to remain on the job?
I don't know. I can't talk about HR stuff. But also, I'm not in the loop, so I don't. But
Okay.
Out of the loop.
I think she took another position somewhere, I think.
Okay.
I don't want your job. I just want you to do a better job at it.
This lady here does not need to work for the public whatsoever. She has no place working for the public whatsoever. That's right, Erie County fam. One trash employee out the door, quit. Moving on to greener pastures. Jeannine Whitaker, no longer working for the public. She wouldn't come out and answer a few questions and left her employee staff hanging.
So
you're acting assessor then?
Mm-hmm.
All right. A few questions about the assessment that's going on.
I can try to answer, best of my abilities at least, but
yeah,
sure.
you're not alone. A similar situation happened in Cheektowaga where I think they went through 3 assessors. This year they had prior assessor resigned, then they had an acting assessor for I think a month, and then he resigned like literally
Thankless
right before
job.
grievance day, and then
Thankless job.
yeah, they got somebody else in there for grievance day itself. But interesting situation in Brighton. So you guys had a revaluation going on,
Mhm.
and then that was rescinded somehow,
Yep.
and then the previous valuation method was put in place for 2025. So I guess our question is, how were the full market values determined for 2025 if it wasn't by reval?
So that I can't answer. Oh,
Okay.
not Willie. I
Not sure.
don't. Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
So how'd you guys proceed?
Is there anybody here that would know the answer to that question? Like I seen Patty's there. She would know the answer to these questions,
No.
and the old assessor just split.
Yeah. So we're kind of in a holding pattern. So
Do you know
we just
why
reverted.
do you know why the reval stopped?
Just mechanically, there wasn't time to get through everything. So we wanted to make sure and give everybody their day in court, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody have property owners have a fair chance to, they get their, because these processes happens every year in all the state, right? So
Right.
you go through initially, you take the 20,000 foot view of all the properties and kind of assess the numbers based on, oh, this house is X number of square feet, bedrooms, bathrooms, etc.
Right.
And then after that, you get the informal period where they can go ahead and somebody come in and say, get the time with the assessor, be like, here, you said this, but I think it ought to be this because, I've got, a leaky kitchen, or my house is 80 years old and the kitchen is 80 years old, kind of thing.
Right.
And we don't think it's worth that. And there just wasn't time for those meetings to take place to give people really the fair time to do it.
Gotcha.
So I think the board decided the prudent thing was to cancel it and then revisit it at a later time.
Did you guys already get through your grievance day? I saw the signs downstairs. Okay. So
Yeah.
did you guys do that May the 27th? Is that when that went down?
Yep.
So you were there for that one?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So how did that go? How would you say that proceeded?
It's fine, same as every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around how many grievances do you think you got for Board of Assessment review?
I think maybe like 15 appointments, something like that. It really wasn't
Wow.
too many.
That's
Because again,
okay.
we went, the numbers really
Yeah.
stayed pat for the
So you
past
guys
year.
were in the middle of a reval, then hit the brakes on it. What is the equalization rate at today?
I believe this next year it's going to be 59, I think is what the state told us.
Okay. So for 2024, is it a little bit higher than that?
It was like 65 this past year, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So do you think you guys will try to do the reval for 2026 then? You try to get it going for that?
That's pretty quick. I don't know. At
Yeah.
some point, we need to do it because it's
Yeah.
it's
Isn't it
we're low.
in a way half done already, or that all has to be redone?
Start over.
It sounds like
Because the market may change too,
That's right,
and there'll be
yeah.
different comparables because the time period that you have to go
Get
through
new sales.
will be different.
Get new sales,
There'll be
yeah.
new sales. Some of the sales will drop off because they'll no longer be timely.
Yeah.
And
Sounds-
then, frankly, hopefully, for everybody's sake, hopefully the market stops doing this
That's
and
right.
kind of flattens
levels
out.
off.
Were you
It's-
working here before the last assessor resigned?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm the town clerk.
Oh, okay.
okay.
So that's why I'm overseeing this. It
So
was
you-
kind of a natural thing for me to kind of oversee this in the
Is,
interim too.
I heard through the grapevine that Patty might have been quitting. Is that true? Because I don't see her name on the
Yeah.
plaque anymore, so she's
Yeah.
resigned
she
as
also
well.
Gave her resignation. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I heard there was maybe a little bit of a disagreement about the assessment method. And I should just say too, like my personal opinion is that revaluation.
It's a shame because we have a lot of questions we'd love to ask her, and she won't even.
No.
Yeah. Revaluations, I think, they're good for the taxpayers as long as the method is sound.
Sure.
So I think it probably made sense for you guys to pull back on doing this particular reval and just make sure that we're getting everything correct, the adjustments are correct, all those types of things. We've got the accurate market data, and we're actually nailing those full market values, and then we're making sure that everyone is paying their fair share of the tax burden. So
that is the goal. And again, it just mechanically, it just obviously, like, we didn't, a lot of calls coming in, and they just, at one point, you just didn't have enough time in the day to have appointments, and it's not fair to the residents to not be able to let them be heard.
That's right.
So and it really is just a fairness thing. We just couldn't live up to our standard.
How long have you been town clerk?
About 12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
Quite a while now.
Now, from a mechanical standpoint, so when did you guys decide to rescind the reval? Was that like February, March, somewhere in there?
I want to say later in March.
Later in March, yeah. Because I hear from a lot of folks across various upstate towns who they hear the revals happening, but it's like they don't really get engaged in that until like right before May the 1st when the tentative roll comes out, and they'll contact us and say, "Is there any way to stop the reval?" Well, from a legal standpoint, once the tentative roll is out, it's very difficult to stop a reval from going forward. Those are basically the final determinations of the assessor. So just for everyone watching this from a public education perspective, if residents have an issue with the method or they're not getting answers from their town about the valuation method, you really got to get ahead of that, become aware of the fact the reval is occurring in January. Review the method, and then if the town is interested in halting that along with the residents, you really have to do that well before May the 1st.
Yeah, and I admit I don't know all the legal, check, they go through the list of what needs to happen in order to do that.
Yeah.
Because mercifully I was not in that loop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, certainly March 1st is taxable status date. Yeah. And so really that's if you've got questions, and you don't have to wait. That's right. So you can ask questions, well, maybe wait till after July 1st and the final roll is done to ask questions, but it's not too early to start asking for next year.
That's right. I just think that your town's an interesting case study where the town did succeed in reviewing the method and saying, well, residents are comfortable with it. Upon our own internal review, we're not comfortable with it. We're going to take a stab at this in future years. But you got ahead of it, and residents got ahead of it in enough time to legally put the brakes on it. And in so many towns like Rochester last year, I worked with some folks out there, and they were concerned about it. Hey, we want to put a stop to it. Well, you guys are calling me May the 10th. And from a legal standpoint, that tentative roll's out. It's done. Even if you take this to court and you actually have some grounds to challenge it, we're talking 2-3 years down the road before you get a result on that. Well, everything's all done at that point, and you'll be waiting on a refund. So, I just think it's good for taxpayers to see a situation where there was a rescission and what that process looked like.
Yeah, and again,
So as you see, folks, and here, Patty is resigning. As you can see, fam, all Patty's pictures are gone, baby, gone. And quitting. Her office is pretty cleaned out. As you can see, her name is off the plaque. This is Patty's office. And Patty is hiding in the back at the moment, waiting for us to leave. But Patty wasn't cut out for public service, and I'm glad she's moving on to the private sector. It's probably where she belongs. I heard she's a very talented lady. Redress used to work with her in some other capacity, but I wish her well, but this is definitely not for her. But you know who is for public service? This guy here is definitely for public service. He was great in the last audit. So yeah, that's the results. Nasty Patty has quit her job to go work in the private sector where she belongs. So you guys let me know what you think about that in the comment section. Nasty Patty has quit the building.
So this is a shared town hall at this point.
As far as I think there's some type of medical office or state medical office downstairs. Oh shit, we gotta go this way.
Oh, interesting. Okay. What we'll do for folks is grab a town clerk's card.
No, what's going on here?
We're having a retreat.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
not for the town, right?
No, I
Okay.
think they're upstairs.
What are you looking for?
I was just seeing what's going on. I thought maybe that's where they held the town board meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this, I thought maybe that's where they held the town board meeting, so I went to go look in the room. There was people in there, and she was gonna let me in. I was like, "What is this?" Because it's a retreat. I'm like, "Are you guys with the town?" She says, "No, I'm a guy." I walked away. Then the other guy gave me the stink eye. Nasty Patty is moving on to greener pastures. Steve says she's a very talented lady, but not cut out for public service, and that's where she belongs, the private sector. Patty, out of here!
We live in a society now where people want to record how they discipline their child. People that might get mad with this video is the people that probably already embarrassed their child. You can discipline your child in their room. Take something away from them. If they act up, well, I'm like, son, you can't play the game.
Grab some pictures of the office. Out of here!
It's that ordinary county fam. Yeah. Corruption cruiser rolls into town. Our public servants better not clown.
Out of here!
Our rights respected, no backing down. I audit them all, Constitution showdown. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making a mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Cops scatter, they know the name. First Amendment on our side, we got no shame. Document them all, expose their games. Do it for the people, not for the fame. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making a mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Flexing our rights, a man with a mission. Constitution on our side, never asked for permission. Taking pictures and videos and hey, might just take a piece of public candy. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making our mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Come the government dogs with their charges and cuffs, barking up the wrong tree, acting so tough. We'll FOIL request the body cams and all their reports. Brittany Penn, Berthy gonna neuter them in court. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making our mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Forget to like, share, and subscribe, fam. We out.
Pull the Constitution out of your pockets in here. Like that was supposed to prove something.
First Amendment, freedom of the press.
We have every right to film. Oh, here, there.
Your name is not Dan Erie County.
This isn't Erie County.
Yeah.
Sure it is. On here is Dan Erie County.
Legitimate? Maybe. Official? No.